Hey, Freedom Team. Welcome to our first Monday Night Live of December 2024. And you are in for a huge treat. On many levels, tonight we're going to hear from the amazing Autumn Rush, and you're going to be learning a foolproof system on how to cold market recruit. But first, I want to take a couple minutes to kind of go over what's going on in December, Cyber Monday, and everything that we have going on as a team, because you just happen to be on the best team in Plexus. And there is a reason you're on the best team in Plexus because of the leadership, what we have going on, our culture, our community, and our events. So, one of the things I want to talk about tonight is you have seen us talk about and launch our gold getaway. For many years, we've been doing a Ruby retreat, but next year, 2025, in November, we are not doing Ruby retreat. We are doing gold getaway for just Freedom Team. That means us. It's just us. And listen, there are less than 50 spots available, and we're not even in 2025 yet. So leaders are made at events 100%. And it's actually a biblical principle. There's a reason why, the Lord says, don't forsake the assembling of yourselves together, because when you come together, there's an energy that happens. There is a vision that you catch. There's something that is caught that you can't teach by being at events. And this gold getaway is for anybody that is achieved the rank of gold. There's qualifications. So read the post in Freedom Team or Living Free, get the details, but you can secure your spot for $100 non-refundable as long as you make the qualifications. But I'm telling you, you want to be at this, okay? You want to be at this gold getaway because it won't just change your business, but it will change your life. Because what happens is when you change your business, you change your life. Okay, so, and I want you to hear from someone that went on Ruby Retreat this past year. And just to give you a little insight, Deborah Smith came as Angela Pattison's guest, and she came and had like one of her best recruiting months ever last month. She had 12 recruits last month. And then this month, she's already had a join. So when I tell you that this can change everything for you, it really can. So with that, Deborah, I want you to share what Ruby Retreat meant to you.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. I first let me say I got 10 joins. I would have loved 12, but 10 joins. And yes, I do have one this month. But I had a fantastic time. I felt so privileged to be able to go to Ruby Retreat, and it was amazing, y'all. um, but there were a couple of things I took away that have really helped me over the last month. And one of the things that my leadership helped me with too, it was at Ruby Retreat, and then I just had some coaching afterwards, was connecting with people really well, going for the conversation more than the immediate join. Yes, we want the joins, but we want the conversation because that's what's going to lead to a real relationship. And so that was a huge takeaway for me. And so I really started a lot of conversations when I got home, which was exciting. So I have new friendships starting, and it's fun to just take the time to get to know people and hear their heart. The other thing was that we hear all the time is personal development. And I realized I had kind of dropped the ball with that. And so that was something I really picked up on. And I love the quote. I think it was Brittany that said, if I can't lead myself first, then I can't lead others. And that hit me really hard. Like, I've got to lead myself in order to be able to lead a team. And that's really what my heart is, to have a team of ladies doing, exactly what I'm doing and go beyond, So those were two takeaways from Ruby Retreat. There was so much there. It was just gold. It was amazing. But those things have really helped me in the month of November and now coming into December.
I love it, Deborah. Thank you so much for sharing your takeaways. It was an amazing time. I'm so glad you were there, and I see the growth and development. So listen, friends, you want to be there. So go read the post. Emily dropped the link in our chat. Pay your deposit and let's go. So if hopefully you guys have read all about what's going on in December. Our company is so incredibly generous that not only do we have fantastic Cyber Monday, I really, 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 really hope you spent today following up with all the people. Even if you reached out to them on Black Friday, you have new information. They're going to save almost $20 more. Guess what? I reached out to somebody on Friday when we were on our 8-hour car trip home. She didn't sign up, but I reached out to her today. New information, still money, even more money off. And guess what? She joined. So today is follow up about Cyber Monday. And then we've got the action plan. Check out the post, check out the video. Terry made a great marketing plan. You've got sample messages. You have everything you need to continue the month strong. And my encouragement is to you, because this is the most wonderful time of year, right? Be a CEO of your own business and be intentional with your business time. When you're working your business, work your business. And all business is conversation, okay? Get conversations going, be intentional with your time, work your business so that you can enjoy and be intentional with all the wonderful things going on. Go read the post. You've got your action steps. It'll tell you exactly what to do. Now, November was an epic month. We're not going to move forward without showing and celebrating all the people that earn Christmas cash, double bonuses, rank ups. I just want to quickly share my screen and show you. I know this is kind of messy, but where did I put this? The top enrollers. Look at all of these enrollers that earned Christmas cash, friends. Look at all these people that earned Christmas bonuses, Christmas cash. And you can too. We still have Christmas cash this month available. So be messaging people. People need what we have. We have answers to people's biggest questions outside of Jesus. So be sharing, okay? Be sharing. And hopefully we'll see your name on this graphic next month. So with that, I am going to turn it over to the one that you've been waiting to hear from, Mrs. Autumn Rush.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, which is a new thing. So let me see if I get this right. And go into present mode. Is that working? Uh-oh, I can't hear you.
Yeah, you just have to, I see your screen. You just click on present and then we'll see it.
All righty, let me move this over. Present. Oh, sorry, wrong one. There we go. How's that?
Well, I don't see it yet. Do you see the little present button? Oh, there we go. There we are. Great job.
You're there? All right, we good to go? Yes, okay. Everybody can hear me okay? Yes, all right. All right, so hello everybody, and thank you so much for having me on Monday Night Live tonight. As Michelle said, my name is Autumn Rush, and I am a senior gold ambassador, and I have had my Plexus business for about 3 years, coming up in April, and I have worked through all of my original Facebook connections, and now I'm adding to my funnel through adding Facebook friends to my network. So I have found that there is a rhythm to being successful with people that I take from strangers to friends to customers. And it's actually a really fun process to gain a like-minded friend, then also begin to help them as a new client. I realized that I actually have a system. Brittany pointed that out to me. I didn't realize I actually had a system. And that has been working to help me recruit approximately one person a week for a good while now. So I enjoy having a system because it frees up brain space. Anybody want to do that more? I do. To let me focus on the task instead of wondering what the next task is going to be. So again, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I pray that this system that I'm going to share with you blesses your business. So let's get into it. All right. So first, you got to tend to your social media. This is how people are going to know you. So it starts with having a social media presence that draws like-minded people in. Add value every day so that people want to follow you and see what you're up to. If there ever was an incentive to continue to learn or to try new things or to have fun, this is it. You can share all of your fun, exciting life or your routines. People love to see your routines. It's all content. So be consistent. And for me personally, I like to have a rotation of every day or two cycle of posting that goes like this: a plexus post, an engagement post, and a value post, and cycle around like that. I find that Amber Miller's video on training how to create engaging stories really, really helpful as well. So we can put that training link maybe somewhere in the comments or something. A couple of my personal choices, this is just for me personally, how I decided to manage my Facebook account is that I have it mostly set to private, but I do make some posts public if they don't have my minor children's face in them. And sometimes if you've done this before, you might get a little creeper guy on there or something, and that can be kind of uncomfortable, but you just delete him and go along your way. Yeah, so let's see, moving on. All right, thought number 2, how do you find these friends? So where do you find them? You are ready now to, oops, did I skip ahead already? Let's go back. So you're ready to add new cold market people to your funnel. That is exciting. Think about this. You are literally getting to handpick who will be in your life. I mean, where else is that possible? These are the things I think about when I am searching for a new friend on Facebook, which I usually sift through suggested friends that Facebook suggests or friends from Dream Teamers on their Facebook friend list. And as your friend circles get wider, more people will be suggested to you. And there'll be more people to choose from. So think about this, like who would you actually like to meet and talk to in person? Do they post about things that the two of you would agree upon? For me, this is me personally, if I see American flags, if I see support for the police, if I see personal posts about their Christian faith, things like that, or family pictures, I friend request them. I also look to see if they're relatively active on Facebook, but some things could be marked private, so you won't see everything until you are actual Facebook friends. But I like to see some evidence that they are relatively active on that social media space. If they are only being like wished happy birthday by other people, or you only see posts from years ago, or if other people are just tagging them in things and they're not posting anything themselves, you probably can't develop a relationship with them online. And lastly, I'm just looking to see that we're like-minded and in our life priorities and our principles. I'm not setting up my Facebook page to be a place of arguing or discord. Also, things that are going to make me choose to pass by someone in the search for a Facebook friend would be a lot of negativity or complaining, ranting, or let's see, self-pity or like passive aggressive posts. You know, the ones where they probably should just go talk to the person that they're upset with. I don't really want to see all of that. Posts with like seductive pictures or profanity or drinking, a lifestyle that is in opposition to mine. And I even also look for people who, if they're going to show political things, that we would get along in that area as well. And if they only have shared posts from other people and nothing original to them, or if I see that they have they're friends with another Plexus ambassador on our team. So those would be ones I would bypass. So just think about the community that you are building, the culture that will impact your business. As you invite people to this space, you're actually creating a dynamic that doesn't exist anywhere else in the whole world. The specific group of people, these specific group of people that you are gathering on your page are not all together in any other space. So be intentional about the community and the culture that you're building because you want it to be a place that you enjoy visiting every day. Fill it with people that you will enjoy interacting with every day. And I want to share that there are people in my Facebook network that I truly believe would show up to help me if I had a desperate need. Like they would be at my door with potato salad or assistance of some kind. And this is what I love. Making actual friends. Like just in the last couple of weeks, I pulled some of these pictures and things that I have been sent by some of these people that I did not know before. So like Brenda shared with me how to care for my cast iron pan better because she saw that I didn't know how to scramble eggs properly in a post that I made. So she sent me that. And then Jana told me about Michael's was having a buy one get three free sale on ribbon. And Kelly messaged me a good deal on cinnamon sticks for my elderberry syrup making. And this just tickled me so much because like this is what friends actually do for each other. And I really enjoy them actually making friends here. So you're building a business online and you're actually making friends with real people. And as an introvert for myself, who has been a stay-at-home mom for the 20 plus years, I am amazed at how actual friendships have developed online this way. I would have given that idea a total side eye years ago, but that's because I didn't know how to have boundaries in that online space. Boundaries and the kind of quality of people that you invite there makes all the difference. We all know that without boundaries in relationships, it's chaos. And it can almost make me cry sometimes just to think about this process. It's so honest and simple. It's just engaging with people. And it's so above and beyond Plexus, really, to just remember that you're making friends and you're having relationships with actual people. Your online community is your bedrock of your business. So take the time to cultivate it as you would a garden that you love. All right, so thought number 3, you have a new friend. Yay! So number 1, you're going to add them to your reach out or follow-up system about 1 week from the time they accepted your friend request. So you'll start a friend intro message, which I'll share in just a minute. I keep my eye on Facebook friends list and add them to my Dough app, which is soon going to be going away. And it's going to be a Penny app as I see them come up as a new friend. So as far as I know, Facebook only tells you the month that a person became your friend. So you'll have to try to pinpoint the day within reason. All right, number 2, I go to my new friends list several times a week and try to go down through the first 40 or 60 people and just check on their Facebook, liking and commenting on their posts. And this helps them to see me and helps me to see more of who they are as well. This takes time, but this is how they see you and begin to know and trust you. Number 3, if there is a pain point or something that I noticed that they've posted about that I know Plexus could help them with, like if they've talked about needing more money or a lot of sickness or wanting to work less hours or be home with their children more, I do make a note of that in my app with their name and seek an opportunity to address it at some point. So by the time I send a friend introduction message, I feel confident that they've seen my face a bit and what I'm all about, and they don't feel uncomfortable with me just reaching out to say hello and introduce myself. And number 4 is my friend introduction message goes like this. Hi, Susie. I'm not sure that we've had a chance to ever really chat. I like to treat my new Facebook friends like I would a friend I meet in person and say hello. I'm a Delmarva homeschooling mama with 5 kids, but I'm down to the last school-aged one this year. It looks like you're in some of the same circles as our family. I hope you're doing well and enjoying this holiday season. Are you from this area? So for me, I decided early on that introducing myself just felt right for me. It's helpful to think about how I would interact with people face to face and try to transfer that style and flow to writing to them. You have to approach people in a way that you're comfortable and confident with. And with this approach, I do have about a 60% response rate to my friend introduction message where people will engage back with me. So we just talk about where they live or homeschooling or family or whatever comes up. And I try to keep that conversation going with like genuine questions like I would in person. I honestly really love this part of the process because I have been so choosy in selecting these people that they are usually just really great fun to talk to. And I rarely bring up plexus usually in this conversation, unless to do so would just be downright cruel because they've told me their need and, I've discovered it right away. All right, next slide. So thought number 4, now it is time to share plexus. So I put them after the friend introduction message, I put them in my app for 2 weeks out from that message to share plexus with them. I can feel confident that I've added value to them and to their scroll. So when I say in my plexus message that I'm quote unquote super passionate about connecting and encouraging women on my page, I know that they have actually seen that and already feel like they know that it's true. And this is why I wait and have this 3-week process to build trust. This part also helps me to feel authentic and confident. I'm not just here for a sale, and I know that because I've intentionally invested lots of other parts of my brain and time to these people. I've given of myself in conversation, through posts, thoughts, and messages. And so I feel like I can make a request of them at this point to check out Plexus. I mean, I hope that makes sense. Here on the screen is my go-to share Plexus message. It goes like this. Hey, Susie, happy Monday to you. Hope you had a lovely weekend. I cannot believe we're into December. Can you? Have y'all got any fun holiday plans? We are going to Sight and Sound in Pennsylvania, and I literally cannot wait. I wanted to pop back in because, as you might have seen, I'm super passionate about connecting and encouraging women on my page. And as the cherry on top, I love sharing a natural product called Plexus that helped my family turn a corner in our health 3 years ago. I lacked energy, restful sleep. I was bloated and had terrible brain fog, inflammation, and skin issues. My husband, daughter, and son had their own struggles too, and I did not know that it was all related to gut health. Since you're a busy lady, I'm thinking maybe you've struggled with something related to gut health and perhaps didn't realize the connection either. Could I be of service to you in case you're in the same boat? So I'm curious, has anyone ever taken the time to share Plexus with you? All right, so thought number 5, the many ways a Plexus conversation can go. Of course, there is the most favorite way that a Plexus conversation can go, which is, yes, tell me more. I follow the OATS system that Amber Miller taught on recently. So it's an acronym OATS, O for offer, A for ask like health questions, T, sharing a testimony and or the Plexus product video. And then when they're ready, and not before they're ready, share a link for a cart. So that training is amazing, and you can look for that too. It is an excellent training. Or there can be a no response, a non-response to your initial plexus. I mean, like somebody not answering you. So for the people that don't respond, and in fact, I do this with everybody initially, assuming all will be non-responsive, I put them in my task to follow up with this message 3 or 4 days later. If it's a holiday or a Sunday, I go about 4 days. And my follow-up number 1 and number 2 messages are going to be on the next slide. The people that still don't respond, I mark down for 2 weeks out from follow-up 1 message with follow-up 2 message. That's one where I offer the opportunity. So from here, I follow up with more time in between each follow-up, unless you see activity from them in your stories or posts, or the conversation picks up. So here is my follow-up flow and some example messages. This should look really familiar to everybody. My follow-up message number 1 is just, hey, Susie, wanted to pop back in and see if you had a chance to check out my last message. I know everybody's crazy busy with the holidays approaching, so no worries on not getting back to me yet. Didn't want to drop the ball on following up with you. However, if not feeling your best is a struggle for you too. I know when I was struggling, I needed reminders to take care of me, especially when life is hectic. It's so important. Do you have anything that keeps you from feeling your best every day? So that's follow-up number 1. That would be 3 or 4 days later. And then follow-up 2 message is here as well. This is where I offer the opportunity. Hey, Susie, happy Monday to you. Can you believe it's December already? I love it. I'm excited for the holidays. How about you? Popping back into your inbox, even though we haven't been able to connect about Plexus yet, because I figured it's always nice to offer something good, right? I thought you might be interested in the opportunity to check out Plexus's offer for some really big referral bonuses this month. I know from my family with school, gift giving, holiday traveling, and don't forget groceries, these bonuses really help. But before I go any further, I should probably stop and get your thoughts. Have you ever thought about making extra money this way? So if no responses to follow-up message 1 or 2, I mark them down and continue to follow up. Remember, everybody, the fortune is in the follow-up. You are transferring your belief from yourself to them, building that bridge of belief, however slowly or quickly it takes. Be committed to that for their sake. Also, at this point, my follow-ups depend more on what is going on in Plexus and what I've noticed in them from their posting, or if I think I'd really like to see them work the business with me, I transfer them to my business builder reach out flow where I have 17 messages that I'll be able to choose from to send them over time or even years maybe to keep sharing the benefits of working the business with me. So keep an eye out for the ones that you want to be dream teamers. All right. So you have received a no thank you. That happens sometimes. So if a person responds that they are not interested, that is okay. They would be interested if they knew what you knew. So this is what I do. I send this Candida overgrowth graphic, and I have a little message there. You guys can just look at that real quickly. And I send a short 1-minute audio clip thanking them for their time, sharing a little about why I'm passionate about sharing Plexus, which includes what it helped my family with and asking them to keep me in mind if they were to have a need arise in the future. And then I put them down for about 5 or 6 months out because guess what? Things can change in 5 or 6 months in our health or our finances, our careers, our families, and I want to bring Plexus back up in case it would help. So here is a follow-up message to those ladies on the next slide. This is what I send after several months. Happy Friday to you. Can you believe it's December? We've got the wood stove going. Finally, cooler weather. I love it. I recall that you were not interested in Plexus earlier this year, but with a holiday season upon us, I wanted to keep you in the loop in case something catches your eye. And if you're anything like me, your body might throw a fun surprise at you every now and then, and this could be helpful. So this is where you insert some new information like a Black Friday sale or Cyber Monday, and finish it off with, do you think it might be worth taking a look? Next, here's what to do when a conversation stalls out. So this is where I've really found to be an important part of your business to focus on. If a person did respond and was open, but the conversation fizzled out, this is what I do. Number 1, I make a note of it. I put 2 red exclamation points in my Doe app with a task to go back to them daily. Number 2, don't miss a day. And I don't mean to be messaging them daily. I mean to look for them. Look in their stories, look on their posts. Is there any way I can get back into conversation with them? Number 3, focus on the ones that are showing the greatest potential because everyone else will eventually come around in the follow-up flow over time. This reminds me sort of like raising kids. Like when your kid wants to learn how to cook or how to ride a bike or tie a shoe, that's the time to set other things aside and teach them because their desire and their interest is there. It will be much easier. You will eventually have to teach them those things, right? Just like eventually the fortune is in the follow-up with Plexus too, but when you have a person engaging with you, stop and focus on them because they are interested. And number 4, post about what you were in conversation about before you stopped hearing from them. So were you talking about time freedom? Post about time freedom. Were you talking about energy and sleep that she needed? Post about that. Go to their page and stories and engage their Facebook. And Facebook will make sure that they see your posts and stories too. So make that algorithm work for you. All right, number let's see here. Thought number 6, tips for reaching your people. There are a couple more tips. Here are a couple more tips for capitalizing on the people that are showing up and paying attention. Stay on top of who is in your stories and reach out to them. Thank them for their support and ask them if your story was relatable to them. Same thing for your Plexus post. Pay attention to who is liking and commenting on your Plexus post. Message them and thank them and ask them if they are thinking about Plexus. Ashley here have a fantastic new business builder who I reached out to after I saw that she liked my Plexus business post. She just liked it. She didn't even comment. I have been following up with her for about 2 years, but mostly about the products. But the business is what finally caught her eye. The time was right. And she went silver last month in her first month of Plexus too. So congrats, Robin. So you never know what people's needs are and how things have changed for them. So pay attention to what they're paying attention to. And listen, pray for those who are supposed to be on your team. Post towards her with her in mind and stay interesting and strategic in your posting. All right, and we got one more thing. Lastly, keep your funnel full. This is very important. So here is what I use to keep my funnel full. I add 15 new people to my funnel weekly. That means you're going to have to friend request at least twice that amount, probably 3 times. Send out 15 new Plexus messages weekly. So if you're adding 15 to your funnel and you're getting them in your system, you're going to keep coming up with a rotation of 15 new ones to send new Plexus messages to. So that adds up to, in 4 weeks, 60 new people in your network monthly. And that gives you more opportunity to meet your one join a week through the new cold or the old warm follow-ups. And I myself shoot for at least 40 follow-ups a week. Listen, when I calculated my latest joins over the last 4 months since August, I found that 2 to 1, they were cold market people over warm market people. And out of those cold market people in this system that I've shared with you, half of them were recruited within 2 months of my initial friend introduction message. The other half took longer, ranging from between 5 months and 1.5 years. But to me, this means that the system is working. So I'm really excited about it. So in closing, I just want to say that I really don't think that what I'm doing is anything that the average person couldn't do using this system. I actually asked Brittany why she would have me teach about recruiting when others are having way more joins than me monthly, because it really baffled me. But what she told me made a lot of sense, of course. She said that this system is duplicatable, and that means that anyone can use it to get results. So listen, your personality doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your social media brand is or how long you've been here. Do you want to get at least 1 join a week? Well, then this system is really working for me, and I know that it would really work for you too, because I am not the most high energy or the youngest or the most exciting person in the room with Plexus ever, but I do have a system, and that makes this business work for me as well. So I hope that this has been really helpful, and I just want to thank you. So just work the system and impact your corner of the world. And thank you so much for joining us, and we appreciate it. And we will put the recording up as soon as possible. So that's what I have.
Autumn, that was fantastic. And I lied. I told you I wasn't going to say anything, but that was so good. I have to say something.
Thank
You are an incredible trainer, and that was brilliant. And anybody can do this if you work the system. And I just want to point out a couple things that makes what Autumn shared with you so genius. Number one, Eric Worre says this, all business is conversations. And do you see, she's not just cutting and pasting messages. She's actually interested in these people. She's having thoughtful conversations with people. She's being intentional. She's engaging. Every part of her system is covered. And I think that's where a lot of people drop the ball. They may send out a bunch of messages, but they drop the ball on their posting, or they are great on their posting, but they're not filling their funnel, or they're filling their funnel and they're not being consistent with their follow-up. This is a comprehensive system that will get you the results that you want. Autumn, listen, I know how much time it takes takes to do a team call. And I did a system like this ages ago, and it took hours and hours and hours. So I know how much you put into this for our whole team. Thank you, Autumn, so much for this incredible system. And I just pray that the Lord gives back to you 100-fold over the way that you have just blessed all of us. You're a total rock star, and you're not going to be senior gold for very long.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Good night.